Hi, church. It's Pastor Pete, and many of you know that I'm down at HMCC of Austin this week for their congregational retreat, so I'll look forward to seeing you next weekend. But I wanted to record a quick video today to introduce the new sermon series that we're starting this morning, and it's called The Creed. Now, one thing I find personally very interesting is when I look around at people and I see how they just grow and develop their understanding of different areas of life. Recently, my son Nicholas decided that he's really interested in different countries of the world, and it's fascinating each day to see him learn about countries and what continent they're on and what capital city they have and all those sorts of things. And then he starts asking deeper questions. He starts asking about, well, who lives in these countries and why do they have capital cities anyway? And they have governments. Well, what does a government really do? And every day he's developing a deeper understanding of his knowledge of the world around him. Many of us really need to go through the same process in our understanding of the Christian faith. In fact, our purpose in this series is to help develop a deeper understanding and a more solid foundation behind what we believe in and how we live out the Christian life. We can't be content to just stay at a superficial knowledge and say, well, I believe in God. He's out there somewhere. And Jesus, well, people say he died for me, but I'm not sure why. Holy Spirit, I hear about the Holy Spirit, but not really sure what he does. All these different ideas. We want to make sure we're not just staying at a superficial level, but that we develop some deeper knowledge and understanding. And that's why this series is called The Creed. Because when we look back over the history of the church, back to the very earliest years, we see that Christians have always struggled with these same questions and tried to get to a place where they could articulate them clearly and really develop a better understanding. And one of the ways they did that was back in the earliest centuries, different councils would come together and debate these questions and write down what would be called the creeds. In fact, the creed specifically that we're going to focus on is called the Nicene Creed. It was first written in 325 AD at the First Council of Nicaea, where over 300 bishops came together to discuss these very questions. It was revised and expanded on later in the year 381 AD at the First Council of Constantinople. And so we'll be looking at that final version of this creed that talks about the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, the Church, all these topics that we're going to be covering in this series that I hope will be very helpful to you. We're not talking about these things just because we want to kind of puff up our heads with theology. Knowledge is good, but knowledge that's not lived out, it really isn't doing all the good that it should do and sometimes could even become detrimental. We want to make sure that we're not only talking about the ideas and the beliefs here, but also how we respond and how we live them out. And I hope it's something that will be very spiritually beneficial for you, that as you develop this deeper foundation and clearer understanding, that then you're more able to live out your Christian life faithfully, and you're even more capable to share about it with others. Enjoy this first part of the series today. I'm excited to hear more about it when I get back and to continue walking forward with our church together. God bless you. Have a great day.